Hi, I'm Tad Walters.
And I'm Jessica Misra, and this is
the Chicago Refresh.
We're kind of the divorced dad of comedy news, you know? We're so cool you only get to see us every other weekend.
Our leading story, Texas has experienced an unprecedented cold snap, leaving a lot of the state's infrastructure damaged and a lot of its residents without power. The stars at night are big and bright, but they do not keep you warm.
Temperatures were sub-zero in many parts of the state, forcing citizens to reconsider their right to bear arms. Houston, we have a problem, and it's the cold. More like Apollo 13 degrees, am I right?
You're right. During the storm, it actually hit 5 degrees in Dallas, which is 5 more than the Super Bowls that the Cowboys have won in the past 20 years. Despite rolling blackouts, many residents are facing astronomical electricity bills. One woman claiming her bill was over $9,000, which proves everything really is bigger in Texas.
$9,000? You could buy a lot with that, like maybe 3,500 honey butter chicken biscuits from Whataburger, a big-ass margarita, or a trip to Cancun.
Speaking of Cancun, Ted Cruz flew to Cancun for a day during the cold snap. He said he was forced to go by the most powerful cartel in the world, his daughters.
It's surprising he would leave Texas for Cancun because it's between Elon Musk moving there and all the snow, the state is majority white now. Cruz had to cut his trip short after 24 hours after an unfortunate mishap at a wet t-shirt contest. The mishap? He entered it.
When asked why he chose Cancun, Cruz said that he actually had forgotten that Kokomo from the Beach Boys song wasn't a real place, and he's still banned from Aruba, Jamaica, Bermuda, and Bahama.
Speaking of pretty mamas, Ted Cruz's wife had bikini pictures of her leaked the other day. Ted Cruz said that he didn't mind because, as the locals say, she is muy caliente. Ted Cruz, if your wife is so hot, why don't you bring her back to Texas and help out? Ted thinks she's hot. Donald said she was ugly. I think that's why those Capitol rioter protesters were so upset.
Come on, Ted. Cancun? A mullet? Is this your midlife crisis, man? Look, if you wanted to feel young again, you could have just TP'd Beto's house like a normal person. Also, why would you even go to Cancun when we all know the happiest place on earth is the Buc-ee's gas station in Luling, Texas?
Here to talk more about Ted Cruz's trip to Cancun, his dog, Snowflake. All right, welcome to the show, Snowflake. Thanks for being here.
Oh, it's you, Jessica.
Yeah, it's me. I love this. I think this is so cute.
That's appropriation.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Let's get into it. I know you've had a couple of rough, oh my God, tough few weeks. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I made my family disappear. And then I checked Twitter, and it turns out Ted is just in Cancun while the rest of us are suffering from the cold in Texas. I'm a female dog, but I am not the biggest bitch in that house.
Oh, it sounds like you don't like Senator Cruz.
He is not my senator. He's what the French call les incompetents.
Oh, this is starting to sound pretty familiar to me.
Yeah, I'm basically living out the movie Home Alone, except since I don't have opposable thumbs, I can't set any booby traps, so I'm just tearing up the couch instead.
All right, but besides being Home Alone, how is this literally anything like the movie?
Well, I'm like a Macaulay Culkin. I'm rambunctious, I'm cute, I'm aging gracefully. And Ted is like Joe Pesci. He's a bumbling buffoon with weird teeth. However, Ted doesn't hold a candle to Joe Pesci, looks-wise.
Woof woof. Last time, I'm so sorry. But speaking of looks, Donald Trump actually called Senator Cruz's wife a dog on the campaign trail. How do you feel about that as an actual dog?
It's ridiculous. When did calling someone a dog become a derogatory thing? They should be so lucky. Mm-hmm. Have you seen my ass?
I would not kick you out of bed. Well, your name is Snowflake, so do you feel like your name kind of aligns with your political views?
Yeah, I'll say this. I'm not getting married until everyone can get married.
Everyone can get. Gay marriage is legal, right? Yeah, it's legal.
That's not what Ted says.
Yeah, absolutely. Snowflake, everybody. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Happy International Women's Month, you filthy animals.
John Travolta is selling his oceanfront mansion for $5 million. When asked what the beaches were like, he replied, "Sandy."
The Chicago Blackhawks announced dates that they will be wearing their reverse retro jerseys. They found out a way to do back then, right now.
Lori Lightfoot, whose eyes look like they're having a marital dispute, has just signed the Welcoming City Ordinance to give added protections to undocumented immigrants. She said that it'd be improving their lives with the stroke of a pen. Oh, that's all it took, Lori, was the stroke of a pen? I've been stroking pens since I was 7. What's your excuse for the late notice on the pen, huh? You ran out of protesters' tears to write with?
This week marked Chicago's biggest snowfall of the year, which reignited the practice of shoveling out spots and calling dibs. This is also my yearly reminder to Tad that this practice does not apply to women.
Oh, man, I gotta return a lot of traffic cones.
Sorry, Dom. An appeals court threw out a $44.7 million judgment against a Chicago police officer as he accidentally shot his childhood best friend. He's his childhood best friend because it feels cruel to say lifelong.
He shot him in the back of the head, or as we say here at the Chicago Refresh, really liddied him up a little. The guy who was shot actually lived, though, because to commit murder and get away with it, the officer had to be clocked in.
Guess what? It's Britney, bitch! Britney Spears finally wrestled control of her finances away from her father. Talk about daddy issues. I guess she can finally graduate high school now. Her father placed her under a conservatorship, which gave him complete control of her finances, which officially makes him the worst father since Darth Vader.
Turns out he was not that innocent.
Sounds like he's a little bit toxic to me.
When asked for comment, Britney said, "Give me more."
When talking to her father, she said, "Work, bitch."
Hit me, baby, one more time. Yes!
And a Logan Square dad opened an indoor skate park and an unused real estate front. There's been a lot of unused real estate because of this pandemic, and there was talk of using it as low-income housing, but this guy had a more radical solution. In the future, he plans to open up more locations around the city, an idea he got from a villain in a Disney Channel original movie.
The skate park even offers private lessons in case you wanted to learn how to skateboard, but be a fucking nerd about it. They don't even teach you how to do tricks there. They teach you how to skate with confidence. But come on, we all know that for confidence, you just need to be drinking 40s and smoking fat doinks.
An abandoned clock tower in Lakeview is being turned into a youth golf center. Despite the city being ravaged by coronavirus, Lakeview remains resilient by ignoring it. They're looking to expand, which is only going to cause a turf war with the Logan Square dad. It's kind of like West Side Story if everybody had a 401k.
Chicago has been rated as the most corrupt city in America again.
What? Our mayor hasn't even been in jail yet.
Yeah, but Governor J.B. Pritzker, a.k.a. Jewel Osco brand Mitt Romney, has actually just signed a bill protecting those accused of crimes. Why didn't I think of that, said Rod Blagojevich.
Because Pritzker is a forward thinker, all right? He's just thinking about his time after office.
With more on corruption in Chicago, here's our 9-year-old Kid News Correspondent, Billy Billerson. Billy, thanks for joining us. How are you doing today?
I don't know. How am I doing? I need a bit of a reminder on how I'm feeling right now.
Bit of a...
Yeah.
Cannot believe this.
How is Billy doing? How is Billy feeling? I'm good. I'm pretty good. As well as I can be under this oppressive capitalist system, you know? I'm also pretty hungover.
What?
Yeah.
Billy, how old are you?
I'm 9. I'm a big old kid. Big kid. I'm just here to talk about John Christopher and how the FBI let him set up a bunch of dumps in the city, primarily North Lawndale. Gave the whole community asthma.
That's not good.
Not good at all. A bunch of dumps. 6 stories high, these dumps. Just garbage. Built up. God, and it was ages ago, too. Fucking ages, so long ago.
Wait, like when exactly?
Oh, that's a pretty good question, actually. When was it?
It's okay, take your time, no pressure.
I might need a refresher.
Cannot believe this.
The 90s. It was in the 1990s, real long time ago. And what they're trying to do to reconcile with the neighborhood is build a vocational training center or like a cold storage facility.
That sounds really good for the community, though. Bring a lot of jobs, right?
I guess. There's also a third, juicier option.
Oh, really? Let's hear it.
Real juicy. Might need a excuse me, that's my asthma. I don't know. I need your money. I need some money.
This is the last one, okay? Mm-hmm. I don't have any more.
Yeah, a baseball facility. They want to make a baseball facility, which, what the fuck? Huh? What
Language.
The fuck? They gave Lakeview a golf course, and they gave Logan Square a skate park, and they want to give us a baseball field. Is this a fucked up Sandlot reboot? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? I don't like it. And what are we supposed to do? Just like scrimmage against other fucked up towns?
I mean, that could be an option. Like, what other towns would you play?
Let's see. First scrimmage would be the Lawndale Dumpers versus the Flint Faucets.
Oh, no.
Yeah, game's gonna take ages because we gotta recharge our oxygen tanks. And they're just not gonna even go up to bat because they're just gonna steal our water.
Okay, enough of that. This has been Billy on Corruption in Chicago. Thank you so much for joining us. And remember, children are our future.
I'm a child.
Thanks for tuning in. I've been Tad Walters.
I'm Jessica Misra. Fuck Lori Lightfoot.
And have a great night.